Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In our previous class, we have been discussed about the double fertilization. So, what is the meaning of double fertilization? Let us glance one time. So, double fertilization means fission of first male gamete with egg and formation of zygote, and fission of second male gamete with secondary nucleus and formation of a pen. Pen means primary endosperm nucleus. Together we are calling it as a double fertilization. Now in this class, today's class, let us discuss about what are the significance of a double fertilization. That means what are the benefit we are getting from the double fertilization. Let us discuss. So which was discovered by whom? Means it was discovered by Navas-Chin in 1898. So let us discuss the first significance. What is the benefit we are getting from the double fertilization? So double fertilization in angiosperms results in the formation of zygote and primary endosperm nucleus. So through the double fertilization, what we are getting? We are getting the zygote and even we are getting the primary endosperm nucleus. Primary endosperm nucleus means short form PEN. Primary endosperm nucleus, pen. So just now as I said you here, so double fertilization means how the zygote it will get formed. First male gamete fused with the egg and convert into the zygote. Second male gamete fused with the secondary nucleus and convert into the pen. So we are getting the zygote and even we are getting the pen, primary endosperm nucleus. Both we are getting. So that's why we are first benefit we are getting from the double fertilization. Next second benefit what we are getting means second benefit, zygote develops into embryo and primary endosperm nucleus develops into the endosperm. So endosperm is the nutritive tissue which nourishes the developing embryo. So what is the meaning of this one means, as I said you here like this in our previous class. So this is the definition here just now as I said in my previous class. First male gamete fused with the egg and convert into the zygote. Later this zygote it will develops into what? Later this zygote it will develops into embryo. Whereas the second male gamete it will fuse with the secondary nucleus and convert into the pen. The pen is nothing but primary endosperm nucleus. Now later this pen it will convert into what? It will convert into the endosperm. So that is the benefit. So from the zygote the embryo will be developed here. From the zygote what it will develop? From the zygote the embryo formation will be taken place, and from the pen primary endosperm nucleus endosperm formation will be held. So that is only telling here the zygote develops into embryo. Zygote what it is developing here? Zygote it is developing into the embryo, whereas the primary endosperm nucleus developing into what? Primary endosperm developing into the endosperm. Next this endosperm, the endosperm which we got here, this endosperm it is acting like a nutritive tissue. This endosperm it is acting like a nutritive tissue. The endosperm which we got from the pen, which we got from the pen, this endosperm it is acting like a nutritive tissue which is giving the nourishment for whom? Means it is giving the nourishment for the developing embryo. This embryo which is present here, the embryo which is developing here, this embryo they need the food. So who is providing the food for them? Is this endosperm they are providing the food for the developing embryo. So understand, embryo, the embryo want to develop here. If the embryo want to develop means they need the food. So who is supplying the food for them? Is this endosperm it is supplying the food. So that's why this endosperm it is acting like a nutritive tissue. This is the second significance or benefit we are getting. So that's why through the double fertilization we are getting the embryo also and even we are getting the endosperm also. That point only as I mentioned here. So through this double fertilization, first significance what we are getting? We are getting the zygote and even we are getting the primary endosperm nucleus. This zygote it will develops into what? This zygote it will develops into the embryo. For this developed embryo, so who is providing the food? Means the food we are getting from this primary endosperm nucleus. This primary endosperm it will convert into what? It will convert into the endosperm, and this endosperm it is acting like a nutritive tissue for whom? Is for the developing embryo. This is the second benefit we are getting. Next third what means it gives necessary stimulus to the growth of the embryo and leads to the formation of the fruit. So next benefit what means it is giving the necessary stimulus for the growth. If the embryo want to grow here means, so what it is giving? It is giving the stimulus, like even your parents also they are giving the stimulus for you. So they are telling that if you see child, if you get the good marks in your second PSC exam here means we'll purchase and give say a bike for you or some other gift for you which you like here. So like that they are giving the stimulus for you here. By seeing that stimulus you will get more interest to read So in the same manner, so to development of the embryo, so who is giving the stimulus here means, so this endosperm it is giving the stimulus for the embryo. So later it will develops into the fruit. So this embryo what happen? It will develops into the fruit here. So that's why it gives the necessary stimulus for the growth. Whichever the stimulus it is needed here, so that stimulus it is given by this through this double fertilization, and even it may leads for the formation of the fruit. Next, last benefit what we are getting here means it helps to maintain the constant chromosome number in the life cycle of the plant. Next benefit what we are getting, it helps to maintain the constant chromosome number. What it is they are doing here, it helps to maintain the constant chromosome number. So through this one we are getting the constant chromosome number we are getting through the double fertilization. So how much chromosome number it is present in the parents, same chromosome number it will come appears in the offspring also, without increasing or without decreasing. So that's why through the double fertilization what it is happening, it is maintaining the constancy of the chromosome. So how many progeny if it goes also, how many generations if it goes also, in every generation in that particular species how many chromosomes are there, that same number of chromosomes it will enter from one generation to the another generation through their complete progeny, completely in the throughout the life cycle of the plant here. So this is the benefit. Another benefit we are getting from the what here means double fertilization. So these are all the benefits we are getting from the double fertilization. So next we'll discuss the next topic here. So artificial hybridization. So let us know what is the meaning of artificial hybridization. Artificial means you know very well by man-made. Artificial meaning what here? Man-made. So hybridization means what here? Crossing the male and female. Hybridization is nothing but here fertilization. Fertilization another name is the hybridization. So hybridization term we are using for the plants. So that's why so hybridization crossing the male and female purposely by the human beings artificially is called as artificial hybridization. Let us see what is the meaning, how it will be held, all these things here. So the crossing of two plants differing from each other genetically in one or more characters is called as hybridization. Hybridization means what here? Fertilization meaning only it will come here. So hybridization means the same meaning of the fertilization. Here we are crossing the two plants here. So crossing the two plants. So one plant what we are doing, we are crossing the two plants which are differing with each other genetically. Both the plants are belonging to the same species. Whichever the plants it is present, both the plants are belonging to the same species, but they are having the different genes. What they are having? But they are having the genes. Genetically they are differ in one or more characters. Genetically we are differ in one character, one or more other characters. Example I will tell you here. So we are all are the human beings. Many human beings will say we will see in our nature. So some they will be white fair in color, some they will be black in color. So that means here, so what it means, the fair where those are present, their gene is completely different. So the black those are present, their gene will be completely differ. So like that this is the difference here. So in the same manner two plants they are present. So we are taking the two plants which is having the good characters. We are taking the two plants which are having the good characters in both the plants, and both the plants are having the different characters they are present. Such type of plants we are crossing together, and that condition we are calling it as a hybridization. How we are crossing? In the same pattern as you know very well. Transfer of pollen grains on the stigma, anther to the stigma, and later all the process it will be held. Double fertilization it will be taken place. That condition only we are calling it as a hybridization. But this term we are using for the plants, hybridization, and here we are doing by purpose by the human beings. So by self we are doing by self here. So that's why we are calling it as a artificial hybridization. It is one of the major approach in the crop improvement program. So why we are doing the artificial hybridization means, as you know very well, the population it is increasing and demand for the food is also increasing here. So we human beings we need the crops in a good pattern we need here. So quality also should be good here, quantity also should be in a good condition. So that's why in order to improve that crops here, we have been gone for the artificial hybridization. We are taking the two plants which are in a good characters, and that type of plants we are going for hybridization, and we are bringing the yield in a good quality and quantity. So that's why this program it is majorly it will be done to approach the what is crop improvement. Through this hybridization, artificial hybridization, the quality of the crops also it has been increased, and quantity of the crops also it has been increased, so that we can fulfill the demands of the growing population. So it involves the artificial artificial pollination. That means here deposition of pollen grains of desired male parents on the stigma of the desired female. So here artificially we are doing. Naturally this pollination it will be held with the nature, either by the wind, either by the water, or through the animals. So many agents are there. Already you have been studied in your previous classes, you have been studied. So through the help of the agents, either by the anemophily, hydrophily, zoophily, so these are the agents. These agents, they'll transfer the pollen grains from anther to the stigma of the one flower to the another flower, either through the self-pollination or either through the cross-pollination. But in this case here, artificial hybridization, we human beings, we are selecting the plants. We are selecting the plants which is having the good pollen grains. We are selecting the plants which is having the good character. That plant pollen grains we are subjecting to the female plant, and that female plant should also have the good character. So we are taking the pollen grains from particular one plant and we are purposely depositing on the another plant stigma. So that is only the deposition of pollen grains of a desired. Desired means the plants which we have been selected. So this plant, the plant which we needed here, that plant we are selecting. So that where we are taking it as a male, and that pollen grains we are shedding on whom is we are shedding on the desired stigma of the female parent here. So we are here the female plant also we have been selected here. So which female plant we want here, that female plant we have been selected, and the pollen grains from the male plant we are shedding on the stigma of that desired female plant artificially. That's why we are purposely we are doing. So that's why the name also we are given it as a artificially we are given. So to prevent and even to prevent the contamination from unwanted pollen, certain precautionary measures we have been taken here. So artificially we are doing this method here. If the flowers it is open in condition means, so many of animals are through the wind or through the water, again the pollination it may be taken place, and what type of crops we need here we may not get here. So that's why in order to avoid the contamination it may done by the other through the agents, other agents which may get pollinated. So that's why in order to avoid all these things we are taking the precautions here. Which are the precautions we are taking means, one is the emasculation, another one is the bagging. Already many times repeatedly they ask this question for the 2 marks or 3 marks question, emasculation and bagging here. So these are the two methods here we have been achieved to avoid the contamination of the what here means artificial hybridization, because which we need the pollen grains which we have been shed on the stigma. But if it is in an open condition means, again it may get pollinated by the some other pollen grains here with the help of the wind, with the help of the water, or even with the help of the many insects here. That's why to avoid all these things here we have been adopted these two methods. One is the emasculation, another one is the bagging. So next here let us know what is the meaning of emasculation and bagging. So understand this concept first of all. So the artificial means purposely we are transferring the pollen grains from anther to the stigma. So that plants we are selecting whichever the plants we want we need here, that plants we are selecting here where they having the superior quality they have of genes. Both the plants are belonging to the same species only, they are not belonging to the some other species. If they want to good quality of mango means we are taking the two mango plants which is having the good quality. Such type of mango plants pollen grains we are shedding on the other female plant stigma. So that condition we are going to say artificial hybridization. In order to avoid the contamination from the other pollination we are adopted these two methods. One is the emasculation, another one is the bagging. So first let us see what is the meaning of emasculation. So emasculation means, so we have taken the bisexual flowering plants. We have selected the female plant as a bisexual plant. Suppose here this is a plant. Suppose this is a plant. This plant it has produced as the flowers. Assume that this is one plant. This plant it has produced as the flower. What type of flower this is? This is a bisexual plant. What type of flower? This is bisexual flower. You know very well what is the meaning of bisexual flower. Bisexual means where the stigma and the anther both are present. So this is the anther. This is the anther and this is the stigma. In bisexual flowers, both anther and stigma they are present. For the emasculation, to undergo the artificial hybridization, we have selected the plant which is producing the what type of flowers? Bisexual flowers it is producing. So the bisexual flowering plant selected as a female. In this bisexual here, which part we have been selected? Because male is also there, female is also there. But in that flower, which part we have been selected as them as means we have been selected as a female pair. parent here. So in this plant, anther are removed in bud condition by using a sterilized forceps is called as emasculation. Now what is the meaning of emasculation? Means when this flower it is in bud condition, so what we are doing means we are removing this anther. We are removing this anther. How we are removing? By using the sterilized forceps. When the flower it is in bud condition, so both the female and male part both they are present. So we doesn't want the male because we have selected this flower as a female flower. We have taken it as a female parent. They are bisexual. We need this as a female parent. So we have been removed this anther. How we have been removed here means we have been removed this by the sterilized forceps. In which condition? During the bud condition. In which condition means during the bud condition by using the sterilized forceps. And this process we are calling it as a emasculation. Repeatedly many times they ask this question. What is meant by emasculation? 1 mark question, 2 marks question. So define emasculation. Emasculation means in bisexual flowering plant selected as a female parent. In this plant, anthers are removed in the bud condition by using a sterilized forceps is called as emasculation. Now this is a bisexual plant. So we have been selected this as a female plant. So in order to, if we want to be a female plant, we are removing this anther in the with the help of the sterilized forceps during the bud condition. Now if we remove the anther here means now this flower it will becomes only the female. Now this flower what it contains? Only the female parent. Now this flower we are considered it as only a female parent because we have removed the anther, male part we have been removed here. So this, if we do this much means we are calling it as a emasculation. What we are calling here? We are calling it as a emasculation. Emasculation. What we are calling? We are calling it as a emasculation. Removing of anther during the bud condition with the help of the sterilized forceps in a bisexual flower is called as emasculation process. Now this flower it is we are calling it as a emasculated flower. What do you call this flower? This flower we are calling it as a emasculated flower. So now emasculation we have been understand. Now next let us know what is the meaning of bagging. So now emasculated flowers are covered by polythene bag to prevent the cross pollination by unwanted pollen grains, and this process is called as bagging. Bagging means the name itself we can know here. Bag means we are keeping this flower inside the bag. Now if we leave like this only, suppose we remove the anther, now we will leave like this only. So when the flower it will get open, so it will be in exposed in condition. Many insects are with the help of the wind or with the help of the water it may get pollinated. So that time our experiment will get failed. So that's why in order to avoid the unwanted pollination, so remember this one, in order to avoid the unwanted pollination, what we have done is we covered this flower with the help of a polythene bag like this. So we will cover this one. We will keep this like a transparent cover it will comes. So transparent polythene bag it will come. So with the help of this, we'll cover this bag. So if the insect comes also, they are unable to approach through this stigma. If the wind blows also, they are unable to reach through this stigma. So that's we can avoid the unwanted pollination. And this process we are calling it as a bagging. And this flower what we are calling? This flower we are calling it as a emasculated flower. What we called here? This flower we are calling it as a emasculated flower. This flower we are calling it as a emasculated. Why? Because means we have been removed the anther from this bisexual flower. That process we are calling it as a emasculation. After removing this one, only female part it is present. So that's why this flower what we are calling? We are calling it as a emasculated flower we are calling. So now this emasculated flower, so what we means we are covered with a polythene bag. Polythene bag means transparent bags it will comes here. So even if you go to purchase the cloths also here, they will keep the cloths in the transparent bag. So that is only we are calling as a polythene bag. For what purpose means to avoid the unwanted pollen grains. So cross pollination it may be taken place here because to undergo the self pollination, male gametes is not there. So there are 100% self pollination it will not be held. If the anther if it is there means that time there is a chance of going for the self pollination. But here we are removed the anther, so there is no chance of self pollination. But there is a chances of what here? There is a chances of cross pollination. So that's why to prevent the cross pollination by unwanted pollen grains, we are going for the bagging. When the stigma is bagged, flower attain maturity, pollen grains are collected from the male parents and dusted on the stigma, and that pollinated flowers are rebagged to remove the fertilization and development of the fruits. So next later what happened? Now in order to avoid the unwanted pollination, we have been covered this. What happened is polythene bag. So this is the polythene bag here. Now we will leave this as it is here. So when the flower it will get mature, when the female part it will get mature, as I said here. So everything when they come to the maturity only, they'll undergo the process. Even when the female it will get mature, then only inside the what here, anatropous ovule, in the embryo sac, the egg it will get to formation, it will be taken place. When they will get mature, egg formation it will be taken place. That time what we'll do is, when we come to know that so this female part it has been mature, what we'll do is, we have been selected one flower. We have been selected the flower which is having what it is having, it is having the male part it is present. So we have selected this as a male parent which is having the good character. So now what we'll do is, we'll take the pollen grains from this flower and we will shed on this stigma. So later now it has come to the maturity. We'll remove this polythene bag. After removing this polythene bag, we will take this pollen grains from the desired male plant. Desired means we have been selected this plant. So we will take the pollen grains from this anther and we will shed on this stigma. So later what happened? So as you know very well, germination it will be taken place, pollen tube formation it will be held, and finally it will shed the two male gametes, and later the flower will convert into the fruit. So in here the genes which is present in the pollen grains, they are having the superior quality, and even in this plant the female, the egg which is present, they too having the character of this plant. Both the by vision of this both the genes here, we will get a superior quality of the yield, where we will get the good quality also and good quantity. So like that we can improve the crops in this growing population. So this is completely, we are calling it as a artificial hybridization. So this is one of the important question for your exam. They may be ask you what is the emasculation, what is bagging. So that's why what happens is, later promotes for the fertilization and develops into the fruit. So later this flower it will convert into the fruit. So we will remove after the pollination, we will remove this polythene bag, and later this flower it will convert into the fruit. This is the complete about your artificial hybridization. So we will stop here. Remaining we will do in our next class.